Welcome, welcome everyone. I am so glad you gathered here with us on this winter solstice eve. It is one of my favorite nights of the year, and I like to celebrate it with a meditative ritual. And we'll begin that on the call tonight, but it's something that you're going to want to continue on your own afterward both this evening and then over the next 10 days. I'm also going to post the replay of this call tonight, both in our Facebook group and I'll post it on my YouTube channel. So if you decide you want to go back and listen to it and pause at different places to give yourself more time, that will be available for you as well. Oils you're going to want to have handy for the parts that we'll be doing on the call would be frankincense or another grounding oil. And then either forgive, geranium, citronella, or holiday peace if you have them. And then lemongrass or purify. And if you don't have them, do not worry. You can still participate in this process. And you could also use any oils that call to you. So my name is Allison Hayes. I am one of the leaders of the Vibrant Living with Essential Oils and More team. So grateful to gather again. It's been a long time since we've been together, and this just seemed like a good time and reason to do it. So tonight marks the winter solstice, which is also known as Yule or midwinter. This first day of winter is the shortest day and longest night of the year. And it's the season when nature sleeps and heals and just has nurtures itself after the long efforts of growth and harvest. And as in nature, this is the season that encourages rest, restorative sleep, and deep peace in us. You've probably noticed that these are the sorts of nights where you want to curl up with a blanket and a cup of hot cocoa and a book in front of the fire. That's sort of that feeling of healing. So beginning tomorrow, the sun will spend a little more time in the sky each day. And since ancient times, people all over the world have recognized this important astronomical event. They celebrated the return of the sun in a variety of ways, including feasts, celebrations, and the giving of gifts. In fact, old solstice traditions have influenced holidays that we celebrate now, such as Christmas and Hanukkah. For some cultures, the solstice was a sacred and solemn time. People paid thanks to gods or goddesses or some other sacred representation of the sun. The Stonehenge monument in England was built sometime between 3000 and 2000 BC and is evidence of how carefully our ancestors watched the sun. These megaliths connect us to a tradition and celebration even older than our society. Ancients believed the winter solstice was a time of death and rebirth where spirits roamed the lands. Deep in the midwinter, our ancestors rejoiced in the rebirth of the sun as the days once again began to elongate, looking forward to the spring and the promise of bounty, which the new sun promised. Now, for me, the winter solstice is a time for inner reflection. We're nearing the end of the year, a time when we often look to set new goals and intentions, bring new habits, hopes, and experiences into our lives. But to welcome in the new, we first need to take stock of the past, release what no longer serves us, and make room in our lives for what we want to bring forth. Basically, we want to clear out the darkness and then invite the light. And it's common for people to try and accomplish all of this at New Year's, but I have found that I need more time between the letting go and the inviting in aspects to really ponder what goals I want to set and what I want to bring into my life in the coming year. So, solstice is the day I like to begin this process and then let it unfold until New Year's Eve when I formally set my intentions and commitments for the new year. And essential oils are a beautiful companion to this process. So, tonight I'm going to walk you through what I do, and you're welcome to begin it with me here on the call and then continue through the evening and the new year. Or if you're more comfortable, you can wait until the call is over to begin. First, I like to set the stage and create a true winter solstice ritual rather than unceremoniously writing down what I want to let go of. And these are not all necessary, but here are a few things that I might have with me. An unscented candle, as well as my Christmas or fairy lights to represent the fire of the sun. I have a Tibetan singing bowl, which I like to play at times like this. I might have a stone or crystal that I'm drawn to or working with, or an affirmation stone. I may have music playing, or if the timing works, I'll watch the solstice sunrise at Stonehenge on YouTube, and I'll give you more details on that later. And I invite you to create your own ritual that supports you in this process. What's important is a pen with a couple of sheets of loose paper, as well as a writing journal. I make sure I'm in comfortable clothes and somewhere that lends itself to meditation or contemplation. And of course, I have my essential oils with me. Okay, so get comfortable and let's begin. We're going to begin this ritual by looking back at the past year to appreciate what we've accomplished or experienced and to acknowledge what we don't want to carry with us into the new year. And sometimes we can get lost in the past, so it is helpful to apply a grounding oil before we dive into our memories and emotions. Something that will help keep us rooted in the present. So oils like vetiver, frankincense, or Siberian fir, or blends like Balance or Anchor from the Yoga Collection would be my top choices. So if you have one of those and you want to begin now, just apply a drop to the bottoms of your feet and then inhale from the oils remaining in your hand. Then I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. And another in and out. Allow your inhale to bring more spaciousness and openness into your body. Allow your exhales to ground you, feeling the earth beneath you, rooted, grounded, connected to the earth. Another breath in and out. In your mind's eye, look back on your year. Take a few minutes to recall your experience over the past 12 months. Pause to feel gratitude at any joyful memory. And acknowledge the positive things that you've accomplished or the good choices that you've made. Congratulate yourself and appreciate your successes. It's okay to feel proud of yourself. If the year has not gone as we'd hoped, or even just aspects of it, it can be easy to berate ourselves for not doing or for the choices that we made, or to be disappointed or angry at circumstances or others. This is the time to pull out forgive, geranium, citronella, or holiday peace. Inhale from the bottle or apply a drop over your heart and ask yourself, Am I carrying hurt which is not serving me? What is holding me back from extending forgiveness to myself or others? See yourself in a forest glade in the deepest night, surrounded by silent, glistening snow, though your body is comfortably warm. Immerse yourself in the stillness of winter and notice how everything around you is asleep, resting, rejuvenating, healing. Pay attention to your body. Notice if you are feeling any tightness, tension, or worry. Imagine that deep, penetrating peace of the solstice surrounding and enveloping you, holding you, allowing you to let go of the burdens that you are carrying. When you're ready, give yourself permission to forgive. Say something like, I am now open to forgive myself and others. I now release hurt and allow full healing into my life. Imagine any cords of pain that may be wrapped around your heart, unwinding and falling away. Imagine yourself embraced by quiet stillness and peace of this darkest, longest night of the year. Now wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a warm hug. You may feel moved to speak words of love, acceptance, and encouragement to yourself. Next, you're going to pull out a paper or however you make notes and start writing down all of the things that you want to let go of. Those habits, beliefs, attitudes, experiences, and even relationships that no longer serve your highest good. The things that you do not want to carry into the coming year. Notice if there are things you feel resistant to add to your list, even though you know they do not serve you. This would be the time to pull out either lemongrass or the Purify blend. Both of these oils can support you in releasing what you may be hanging onto but need to let go of. You can add a drop to your diffuser or simply open the bottle and inhale as you do this exercise. Lemongrass is a powerful cleansing oil. It wipes out low vibrations of holding on to things. Lemongrass can help clear the energy in a house, room, or office space and helps us let go of old limiting beliefs, toxic energies, and negativity. Purify is an excellent cleansing blend, helping release negative emotions like hate, rage, or the need to control. It contains lemon, Siberian fir, citronella, lime, tea tree, and cilantro. Inhaling any of these oils makes releasing what no longer serves you flow more easily. Once you feel finished with your list of things to release, let it go. I like to do this by burning the list, which you can do in a fireplace or outdoors in a fire pit or in a metal dish in the snow. If fire isn't your thing, you could just tear the paper up, make spitballs, flush it down the toilet, or simply throw the list in the trash. The idea is to fully release these things to make room for what comes next. And don't worry if you think of some things later that you wish you'd had on the list. Keep a notepad handy, and over the next week or 10 days, as new thoughts come up, jot them down. You can dispose of them before you set your goals and intentions for the new year. And now the fun begins. We've identified and released what no longer serves us and made space for what we do want. And this part of the process is what takes the longest for me. So you'll want to wait to begin it until after our call ends tonight so that you can give it your full attention. It really requires tuning in to your divine connection to discover where you want to put your attention and focus in the coming year, what habits you want to develop, relationships you want to nurture, as well as personal or business goals you may want to set. It takes a lot of thought and inner reflection. And because this is the winter solstice, we want to connect with the light of the sun and what it represents. So how can we do that? Well, there are 7 energy centers of the body, which are also called chakras. The third, known as the solar plexus, is located in our upper abdomen, and it's all about action and transformation. It's linked with energy, willpower, and the element of fire, or the light of the sun. Even the color associated with it is yellow. Winter solstice is the perfect time to honor, support, and tap into those energies with our essential oils. And when we do, it can help us discover our inner desires, determine our goals for the new year, and create hope for the future. So, what are some oils we can turn to? Well, first, citrus oils like wild orange, lemon, tangerine, bergamot, and grapefruit all bring the light of the sun into our lives and can support our solar plexus. You've probably heard lemon referred to as sunshine in a bottle. So adding these to drinking water, diffusing them, or applying them to the abdomen are all ways to help wake up the energies of your solar plexus. And other essential oils can help connect us to our inner light and our highest wisdom. You may want to select one or more of these to work with as you do this work, depending on what you are seeking for yourself and where your intuition guides you. First is frankincense, the oil of truth. It invites love, protection, wisdom, and spiritual openness. Blue lotus is the oil of awakening, and it encourages spiritual growth and finding our purpose. Vetiver, the oil of centering, invites a feeling of being centered, grounded, present, and connected. Myrrh is the oil of Mother Earth and invites a feeling of safety in the world, encouraging healthy attachments and trusting in the goodness of life. Cedarwood is the oil of community, and it invites connection, belonging, social bonds, and joy in relationships. Helichrysum, the oil for pain, invites healing, courage, hope, and perseverance. Melissa is the oil of light and invites receiving spiritual guidance. Arise blend is the oil of enlightening and invites us to meet life's full potential. Douglas fir is the oil of generational wisdom and invites freedom, learning from the past, and wisdom. And wild orange, of course, is the oil of abundance, inspiring abundance and fostering creativity and limitless solutions for problems and issues. So let's talk about how you'd use these oils for your winter solstice experience. I would recommend selecting a couple of them and applying 1 to 2 drops on the belly, over the heart, and on the bottoms of the feet. And as you do this, set an intention to invite light and wisdom to the new season, excuse me. I also recommend placing a few drops in your diffuser. And the citrus oils in particular invite the light in, sending away the darkness. And of course, they make your home smell beautiful. Now, also, these oils are not your only options. If another oil calls to you, use it. Use and trust your intuition. Although I do recommend including frankincense as part of your ritual in some way. After you've selected your oils to work with, you're going to pull out your writing journal and start writing about what you do want in a free flow style. This may flow easily or it may feel clunky and uncertain. When I go to write out my goals and intentions at New Year's, it feels very final. It's a big commitment. And I sometimes hesitate or don't even complete it because I'm not certain what I want. But free flow writing beforehand, whatever thoughts or ideas come, even just random words or phrases to start, it lets me get those creative juices flowing and try on a goal for myself. It lets me explore how it feels before I make the commitment. And remember, this is just the beginning of your solstice cleansing and inviting ritual. Keep writing through this evening and keep your journal handy during the next week or 10 days. And anytime you feel inspired, continue writing your thoughts, dreams, and ideas. They don't need to make sense, just get them out, and you may be amazed at what you discover about yourself. Let these simmer over the next 10 days. Spend time in prayer or meditation and allow yourself the freedom to dream and to listen to your inner voice, to discern which of these goals, habits, relationships, and decisions will best serve you in the coming year. All these steps are preparing you for committing to your goals and intentions on New Year's Day or Eve. It's, excuse me, it's also important to recognize that the winter solstice can be a very dark time of year, both in the outside world as well as emotionally. It's the very beginning of that annual movement from darkness to light, and that change of season can be a time of fatigue, melancholy, loneliness, and stress for some. It can be easy to get stuck in the darkness, feeling like the sunlight is gone and will never come back again. Now, again, our essential oils can help stimulate and wake up our systems. So if you find yourself feeling this way, consider diffusing 3 to 4 drops of any combination of rosemary, peppermint, lemon, motivate, or cheer blend to assist in shaking off the darkness and gently waking your systems back up to the light. We can also turn to oils to help build self-confidence, increase self-worth, and bring a positive attitude and a desire to engage with your community. Top choices would be frankincense, the oil of truth, cedarwood, the oil of community, and ylang ylang, which is the oil of the inner child. These can be diffused, applied to the feet, or over the heart or the belly. You can use these throughout the winter, especially as you lead up to creating your new goals and intentions. Continue to use these oils as needed during the time between solstice and the new year, and then joyfully set your goals. I mentioned Stonehenge. Each year in December, visitors from around the world gather at Stonehenge early in the morning to mark the winter solstice and to see the sunrise above the stones. And the English Heritage Foundation has been streaming the event live on YouTube the past several years. This year, the live stream begins at 11:30 p.m. Pacific time, and it usually ends a couple of hours or so after the sunrise, which takes place at 1:20 a.m. Pacific time. You can find it on YouTube by searching for English Heritage Stonehenge. I'll be watching tonight as I continue with this ritual and the writing that we have begun tonight. So a quick recap. You want to set the stage, gather your oils, your tools for writing, and anything to set the mood. Ground yourself by applying frankincense or another grounding oil to your feet. Reflect on the past year, celebrate successes, forgive yourself and others for disappointments, and use oils like forgive and geranium to support you. Write down the things that no longer serve you. Inhaling or diffusing lemongrass or purify can help support you in this. And then let go of these things by disposing of that list in some way. Select oils to help you open up to your inner light and to inspiration. Apply them over your heart, belly, and bottoms of the feet. Write in a free flow style to capture any ideas or inspiration that comes, and continue releasing things that come up and adding to your free flow writing until New Year's Eve. Use oils to help bring the energy of the sun and inner light into your home during these dark days. And then on New Year's Eve or day, take time to formalize and write down your intentions, desires, or goals for the coming year and live a joyful, vibrant life. I want to mention that doTERRA has my favorite promotion running this month. With any 200 PV purchase, you'll receive a free bottle of frankincense. And if you only use one oil in your ritual, this would be the one I'd recommend. Reach out to me or your own doTERRA support person if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this Winter Solstice Eve with me. I am so grateful for each of you and the light that you bring into my life.